Welcome back. Today we've been celebrating friendships, and one of the things I love most about my friends is how much I learn from them. This is especially true of my dear friend, Natalie Berthold, who's back with me now. Thanks so much for sticking around, Natalie.
Thank you for having me, of course.
Of course. Well, tell me, so you're a family constellation therapist.
Right.
What does that mean?
Well, we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. But basically, it's a phenomenological therapy, so it's best if you experience it. But I'll try to articulate it the best I can. When you go to a traditional therapist, right, you're trying to make sense of what the hell's going on with you in the context of your own life. And you might talk about how dad was a jerk and mom was a narcissist or whatever, whatever your case is. But what family constellation therapy is transgenerational therapy. So in psychology, they call it the ancestral syndrome. And basically what it means is that we all come into this lifetime with ancestors that have experienced trauma, whether it's war or rape or traumatic death. There's so many contributing factors. And what we don't realize is that we actually carry that trauma on a cellular level. So think about this, the egg that makes you you was in your mom's womb when she was 5 months gestating in her mom's womb.
Right, so there's all of that that's being transported into what you're experiencing daily.
Exactly.
Is basically what you're saying. That is really interesting.
Yeah, so my job is to make you realize what's yours.
Yes.
We can manage our own baggage. We cannot manage other people's crap, and just really realize what's yours and what's your ancestors, and to honor them by making something great of yourself and not holding on to their burdens. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I know we've done a lot of that work together.
Yes.
And it's powerful and it's really, really useful, I have to say. So we're talking about girlfriends today and friendships in general. How does friendship play a role in your therapy?
It absolutely does, because this therapy actually comes from the Zulu tribes. It's tribal. And on a biological level and back in history, our way of survival was to be in a tribe. So of course we have our family, and that's our primary tribe, but then we have our friends in our community.
Yeah.
And this is our secondary tribe.
Right, I was saying like your chosen family.
Yeah. And the number one need for human beings in the whole wide world is not food, it's not water, it's the need to belong. It's a need of belonging. So with friends, you got to check yourself. You can either choose to bond with your friends and remain in this group and remain in this tribe and feel a belonging through commiserating, through, I feel fat too, let's just pig out, or, I'm single too, let's stay single, or you can choose to bond through, your successes and things that are going really great.
I'm an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur, let's rock out, that kind of thing.
Absolutely, but sometimes you can find yourself, feeling like, well, I don't want to surpass my friends in success or money or relationships or hotness or whatever it is, because I don't want to be cast out from this tribe, because on a soul level I feel like I'm going to die. Basically.
That's very interesting.
That's why I'm not really hot. Like I keep myself, and I'm still single, all that. I don't want to be kicked out.
That's so not true. Yeah, so many people have that issue though. I totally get that. Well, Terry Cole talked about this briefly, but we want to talk a little bit about, self-love and how that plays a role in friendships and definitely in also this therapy. What do you have to say about that?
Absolutely. So I actually just started a little show called selflovetour.tv, and for me in my life, so I suffered from an eating disorder for most of my childhood and adolescence. And clearly when you are binging and purging, you don't have a high self-esteem. And I really believe in this notion of like attracts like. And so what I was attracting was friends who used me as a doormat, who didn't respect me. And the moment I became really, self-aware and loved myself and felt worthy and respected myself, I met friends like you who really respected me back and respected themselves. So, I mean, if you act like a doormat, you're gonna attract those types of people.
Yeah,
so self-love is so important.
It's like the cornerstone, I feel like, is what you're saying. I love that. Well, we don't have a ton of time left, but I wanted you to just briefly explain about Reiki, because I know that's also something that you work a lot with your clients with. Briefly explain that and let me know, and our audience out there watching, what are some of the positive effects of doing something like Reiki therapy? Okay, well, in terms of friendships, I mean, I think it's more indirect than direct, but Reiki is life force energy. So if you guys have ever been around like a Debbie Downer, like I mean, literally we can become like wilted flowers. And Reiki is something that just infuses you with life force energy. Everyone needs a reboot. So in that way, I mean, no one wants to be friends with a Debbie Downer, like a, a biatch. So
Getting Reiki is like getting a massage. I think it should be part of your regular routine just to regenerate, rejuvenate. And what's also awesome is that anyone can learn Reiki. It's really easy, and I have found in friendships or relationships, it's really fun to do Reiki on each other.
Oh, cool.
It's a form of just, filling each other up.
And all of that.
Supporting.
That's great.
Yeah, infusing each other with love.
I love
and
that.
It's touch, and touch is so important, right?
Absolutely.
We love to touch.
Well, thank you so much, Natalie. That was really, really helpful. I loved that. And thanks to Natalie and all of my girlfriends for being here with me today. Friendship is a beautiful part of life that should be nurtured and cherished.
Yes.
I'm Nitika Chopra, and until next time, stay naturally beautiful.